Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to online streaming, gaming, and showing you how to win $1,000 at roulette table, real time, using simple Martingale. Let's make sure that the stream is up. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Here for the better view. Of course we allow, and we got a 0 hit, so we lost. So practically what Martingale stands for is that when you lose, you gotta double down. You need to double down. Let me here somewhere. I got no audio, so I got, let me check. I got no audio. Okay, I can hear it now. Perfect. Okay, so we keep it on the, so we are keeping it on the losing stream. That's why we have to bet on our losing or first lost bet strategy up until we win. This is what Martingale stands for, and you gotta double down the bet. So for example, if I lost something on red, I gotta keep on betting on red. I gotta keep on betting on red up until I win back. And not only that I have to bet, I have to double down my entire bets, and so that when I win my entire losses plus that to our profit. This is how Martingale works, you know. It practically stands, as you can see right now. I just won $200, and it doesn't matter that I won 25, that I lost 25 and 50 the previous bets. I actually won right now $200. So we're gonna keep on that. We're gonna play on red a little bit after we fill the table, after we fill our strategy, and then speed up a little bit. So practically, I just want to recap for you guys what Martingale stands for. Martingale is strategy that prevents you to lose less money. I mean, it's a strategy that prevents you to not losing money at all. So practically, when you win, like I did right here. But when you lose, it gives you a productive strategy so that you can follow up a track, and finally you win back so much that you win back all your losses plus the profit. You know, this is what Martingale stands for, and it's a mathematic probabilistic strategy that is widely applied in gaming. And right now I'm gonna show you guys how to apply it in into the casino roulette. One thing's first, never play this game like I do it right now on a virtual solution like website or app or something like that, because on digital games they have very improved artificial intelligence bots. They can learn your strategy and they can increase their edge against you. So to interrupt my idea a little bit, right now I have lost. So remember that we were like about 12,600 and something. So we're gonna make $1,000 here in less than half an hour or probably 40 minutes. We'll see how it goes. And one thing I want to stress about is always play this game in real life dealers with real life roulette tables, in real life casinos, because this way the house has a fair edge against you. They cannot improve their playing, or they cannot trick or cheat on you, because on the web casinos Either that you're talking to different serious solutions, either that you're talking to very big web app casinos. This digital, where is a digital component, they very easy introduce an artificial intelligence bot. They can learn your strategy, and once they do that, they are able to trick you and cheat you and practically improve their own strategies so that your losses are not realistic. Your losses are beyond your limit. So what I'm showing you and the tutorial I'm giving you right now should be applied only on real casinos. Go to Las Vegas or go to your hometown casinos. If you live in a big city like New York or Los Angeles, I'm sure you have plenty of casinos in your downtown and you have access to them. Go there. Usually the amount of betting is between $5 and $5,000. I suggest you to start with a default bet of 10, 15 and go from there. I'm applying $25 right now on the bet, and if I lose on red color, I double down on red, so I bet 50 on red. And when I lose again, I bet 100 on red. And when I lose again, if I lose again, I bet 200s on red and 400s on red. And even if I lose, think about how hard it is to lose 5 times a row on red, for example. So even if you do that, next time you will bet 800, and if you win 1600, so then you get back all your losses. So that's what Martingale stands for. Martingale stands for is that you should never lose money. You might win it a little bit slower, but you don't lose money. Okay, let's see a little bit uh, how the stream looks like. Okay. So I think I lost, yes, I have lost one time on red, so I'm gonna double down it on red. I'm gonna double down it to $50 in order to recover my previous bet. And let's see the result here. Just to recap a little bit, I'm on the first losing stream, so I gotta double down my initial bet, and I actually won it. So I won $100 to cover my initial bet and to cover my losses and of course my profit. So I'm gonna stay on red with 25. Always remember that even in Martingale, you can have a losing stream, a very big losing stream, like 9 or 10 in a row. So for example, if you're betting on red, and you can have 10 blacks or 8 blacks and 2 or 3 zeros in a row, so you should be prepared with your budget for at least 10 losses. So calculate your losing spree 10 times. So for example, if my betting is of $25 here, the second round of losses is 50, then 100 and 200 and 400 and so on. So calculate that up until 10 times of losing rounds, so you should be prepared. If you're betting like 15, $20 a round, you should be covered with a maximum budget per bet that is in, for example, in Bellagio, you have like minimum bet of $5 and the maximum bet of $5,000. So if you enter there with a budget of $5,000 and you bet like $20 per round, you might get, or 20, $25 per round, you might get $1,000 in less than 1 hour. So imagine that if you're able to spare 2 or 3 hours from your time, you can get 2 or 3 $1,000 in one single day of gambling. Okay, so now that is one way to live your life. So yeah, like one thing that's a very important thing when you play when you play roulette and you apply martingale. You have to make sure that there is no table limit. Okay, so you have like a table limit, if I would have here a table limit of $500, I could not apply martingale, because if my losing streams go up like 7 or 8 times, I have to go with a betting above $500. Okay, so if I have a limit, it interrupts your martingale, and that's why it's a strategy. Most of casinos have a betting limit per table and one hand, but for example, at Bellagio, most of the tables, and I'm not talking about VIP. VIP go way above $5,000 or $10,000, but a normal table at Bellagio is like between $5 and $5,000, and that is just like the perfect amount. You can get there with like $4,000 cheaply buy in, and you can try to apply martingale with like $20, $25 per bet, and you simply do that. And when you lose, double down your bet, and when you lose again, double down that, and again, and you will win at some point. And when you do, you practically win back all your losses. And this is what martingale stands for. Martingale stands for is that once you are at the table, you win you win the time that you're there, and as much as time you stay there, that is as much as time you win. So for example, by simply being bulletproof on losses, and it's very hard to apply it because you have to take care of a lot of things. You never forget at what type of level of losing you are. If you're second level, third level. So for example, I'm second level losing right now, and I have to double down my bet, $50. Always keep in mind when to double down your bet or something like that. And practically, you should be on track with how much you have to bet. So a little bit of calculation is needed. Practice all the time. Use like free software for practice. There are tons of free solutions in on the internet. Use those shamelessly. So yeah, and then always make sure you got a budget for even like 8 or 9 consecutive losses. So right now on my third loss, I have to bet $100 so that I win. I'm able to capture everything back, you know. And when I say everything, I'm referring all my losses plus my $25, which is the profit for one round. So I have to get everything back. And this is an interesting part. So it's actually the third time I lost. So right now I'll have to bet $200. Okay, so these things happen. Always have to be prepared, both with the budget and with the calculations for your strategy. If one of them goes rogue, you are be losing your money. So in these cases, if you misapply martingale, you might be losing all your money that you came up with. So it's a pretty, if you don't know what you're doing, if you did not practice enough, if you don't understand the method, it might be very dangerous. That's why not everybody is able to apply this. But if you do know how to apply it, if you practiced enough, then you are safe. So right now, I think I have to, 50, 100, 200, 400. I think I have to bet $800, two, three, in order to recover my losses. So as you can see, there are 5 times blacks. I don't know if in real life there's actually such a longer stream of 5 blacks, or no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blacks. But hey, this is a virtual solution. So when you win back, you can see I actually won 1600, so that is fairly enough to recover everything, all my losses and my profit. And yeah, I can then go back to betting 25 per round, you know. So once you won something, you're able even to change the color or something like that. What is very important is that when you lost, you should keep betting on the same color that you won, because if black came out for next round, the probabilistic strategy, the probability for the red to come up has just increased. This is what martingale stands for. Martingale stands for that the places that did not came up this round, they all went up with a probability higher to come the next time. So there's black here, so I'm gonna double down on 50. Dun, dun, dun. So black is off. I have to bet $100. Here is pretty simple that I see the colors, the colors that have went out. I see them over here, but in a real table, practically you have to keep in mind and you have to remember the possible solutions that, not the possible solutions, the solutions that came up. So you know how many times blacks or the adverse color has came up, to know how many times you have to double down. So that is pretty important. As you can see, I have actually won $200. That is pretty cool. So let me switch back on 25. Yeah, I think we have passed way back our limit, but I'm just gonna keep on going for another, for another 3 or 4 rounds, just for fun and just to prove more my point and to demonstrate Martingale to you guys. I really hope you like the video. I really hope you like this betting method. And yeah, please write to me if you want more details on probabilistic gambling or other solutions. I'm a software engineer and I also know what types of AI bots different online gaming studios prefer, so I know how to advise you against using an online solution. and so on and so forth. So black is out. That means only one thing: double down on red. That's what it means. Yeah, let me see a little bit how the stream looks like. Yeah, I gotta arrange this a little bit here. Okay, so I won. I'm making my bets, man. Continue with 25 on red. So I feel that this table has a strong verse for the right side. So I suggest you to study the table with a little bit of probabilistic. But even though if you tend on black and red is the table is more on red, you should focus your strategy of mostly betting on red so that the losing strikes are as few as possible, even though that you are covered for the losing strikes. For example, if you have 3 or 4 losing strikes, you simply double down each time on red and you are covered against them. But you should always take in mind that um, as as fewer the losing strikes are, that's better, you know. You should increase the time when you're winning, and yeah, you should focus on that and simply concentrate on that. So black came out. Let's double down on the red. Okay, in the meanwhile, yeah, I think we can, yeah, I think we can even change this to 3000 because we are getting back to, yeah, we went pretty good these turns, so we had a lot of winning strikes, even though on the losing strikes we don't lose money, they take our time and we don't really want that. So yeah, you kind of lose some time when you are betting betting to recover your bets. So betting to recover your bets is a great solution for recover all your losses, but yeah, it's slowing you down. So always focus on the color that gets up most. Always be moving with smaller steps but surely. Okay, so increase your strategy with very slower bets and uh, practically on the winning strikes. So back on the video, I have lost 3 times. So I bet $200. I just won $400. This is a great stream of winnings. We are almost there. I just want to pass. I don't remember at what level of 12,000 we have started, but I just want to pass 15,600. So you guys see that I'm actually talking about the real strategy and not just bullshit. So 25 on the red. Let's keep on going, man. Let's keep on going and keep on moving. Zero. Yeah, about this. So practically, this is the European roulette, I guess, and the American roulette has two zeros. So practically, it has 1 0 and double zero. They are both green. This is all in order to increase house's chances of winning. So practically, your probability of losing is much greater if there are more neutral zones like the green zone, and that's why some casinos may apply that coloring, but with Martingale, it shouldn't affect so much because you should be covered for their losing strings. Make your bet. So as you can see, we won again. We are gonna keep on betting on the red to see how this goes. Time is up. Doo doo doo. And up we go. Ooh, I'm on a losing strain. Okay, let's double down. Let's keep on going, man. Let's keep on playing. We're not backing down, kid. We ain't backing down. Okay, time's up. So remember always to play this if you play it on real life tables, never on web solutions because on web they can actually trick you. And always make sure that you have enough budget and to assure your losing strategy, I mean your winning strategy, but to recover your losing bets up to, even if you lose up until 9 and or 10 turns. So this means doubling your sum 10 times. This can end up with a huge amount, but if you are keeping your strain or betting strain like $5 or $10 or $15 per round, you can actually sustain that with 4,000 or $5,000, and in the meanwhile you should also do that and make sure that you are not getting over a table's maximum bet, because some tables might have maximum bets, but most of the tables allow the maximum bets to be like 4,000 or $5,000, which works fine for a martingale strategy. always be always be in touch at where you are on the table, what you have to bet, and what your hand stands for, and how much how much time you have doubled down, and what is your next bet. Always remember what's your next bet, you know. And while you're doing this, it's not very easy because the dealer will try to make conversations with you, the waitress will come there and ask you what you want for a drink, you know. So other players will try to make conversations with you, so there's a lot of training needed. So train yourself a lot of times, watch videos, train yourself, even read a Martingale book if you want. But this virtual training um, and real life training makes all the money, and it's absolutely worth it to be very, very prepared when you tackle on a real life table. So always be prepared, always be prepared, and always know what you're doing. So I have won again. I have won my losses plus the normal bet. I'm betting again. $25 on red. I'm very close to my limit of $3,000 profit. We've started at somewhere like 12,600, and yeah, we're almost 15,600. So that is our limit. That is our goal. That's how we fucking roll. Yeah, this is poetry, man. This is pure poetry, and this is art. I think gambling should be called sport. Yeah, and Olympics. Doo-doo-doo. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Okay, black again. Betting 100. Yep, so right now, what we have done, obviously, we have recovered all our losses, and I'm just gonna keep it with slowly but surely with 25, and we'll see how this goes. I think 2025 is a great default bet, you know, because you don't want to, you know, attract your attention to win. It can be a little bit funny what I'm saying, but you actually don't want to win like very fast all your money. You just in 1 hour winning $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in 2 or 3 hours. I think it's fair enough. You know, it's a great way to spend your time and have fun and interact with people. And yeah, if you know what you're doing, if you are prepared, you can definitely be confident entering in the table and not losing money. Okay. Let's increase a little bit right now with $50 per chip. Now just speeding things a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. So our target is reached. We have passed way $3,000, and I don't know how much has been like, yeah, I think about 40 minutes or so. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it up, subscribe. Never forget to subscribe. There will be more tutorial videos like this. And yeah, keep it up.